Friend Mr. Williams owes you $190 because you hired and paid for a locksmith to retrieve keys that the defendant purportedly locked in his vehicle.
Correct.
Your defense, as you articulated, young man, is intriguing. You say, Mr. Williams, that in effect you never asked to borrow the money and the plaintiff paid because she could afford it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ms. Ellison.
Yes, sir.
You first.
Well, I met the defendant about a month and a half before I loaned him the money. On the terms that we hooked up, it could have been a relationship. It didn't work out. Within the next few weeks, I found out that he was going through some problems from a prior relationship. I guess the girl went off and married some pimp or something, and he was heartbroken. So,
oh, it hurts so bad. Oh, that's so wrong. Oh, man, how could she do that to me?
So I told him, you know, I went and saw him probably like a day later. He was so sick, throwing up all over the place. I'm like, look, hold on. I don't think that we should take this relationship, friendship.
You didn't want to be too much into being rebound or recovery
That's what
therapy.
those are the words I used. I said, you're not going to use me for a rebound.
For therapy.
Exactly.
Get over.
I was like, but you're cool, so we could be friends.
Man, I don't know what you
so
talking
that's,
about, cuz.
that's what the extent of it.
Oh, you don't? Well, if you don't, you will soon learn.
So about a week after that, he ended up buying this car from the auction. Same day he bought the car, he locked the keys in the car. I told him, I said, you need to go and get a key made so you don't have this problem again. I went out of town on a vacation. He called me 3 days later, 4 days later, to tell me that he locked the keys in the trunk. And I was mad because I'm like, I told you to go get a key. What is the problem? So he told me that he had to pay his auntie $250 for a PG&E bill, and he didn't have the money, and he needed to get to work.
And his woman had left him.
True.
And he was crying in his bed.
What do that got to do with this? Any of this, though? That's all I'm saying.
Look, as long as I'm
bringing up,
excuse me, young man,
past relationship. I'm just saying, though.
Young man.
Young man.
This is what I do.
You're young. I have sons older than you, so be quiet.
Here?
Stop. Young man, I'm a seasoned and proven mature man. It would do you a lot of good in your journey through life to pay careful attention. Man. Don't roll your eyes like you are a woman. You're a man. Stand up straight. I hope you're a man. Stand up straight. I don't know. A lot of folk are down low these days.
Ooh.
But,
come on, cuz. You got me.
Well,
now you gonna come at me like that, Judge? Not disrespectful on TV, though, man. You not acting like a man by coming at me like that.
Oh, but I am.
No, but you not, folks.
What?
On the real, man. You just do it right.
This is what I'm dealing with. So.
Well, you know what? I really am because being quite a bit over 60 years of age and having watched what has gone down over the last few decades of my life, I get intrigued. And one of the things that I always got taught was you try to take the next generation and make men of them. If you're a man, that's your obligation. So what I have been most disturbed about, be quiet, son.
Down low is making a man out of him, right?
Be
I'm
quiet.
Not your son. My daddy
if
dead,
you keep quiet,
sir.
I'll tell you what you're looking like and why I made that comment. You see, what I used to see is when there was a man standing at the podium, what he was doing was behaving in a certain way, and I saw the young ladies, and they would act in a certain way. And what's interesting is over the last 12 years I've been doing this particular arbitration thing I'm doing right now, and considering the 20, be quiet, the 20 years that I have done this before, I have noticed an interesting transition. The boys are starting to act like the girls used to in terms of their body language, rolling eyes, head up, hand on hip, moving around. Women since time immemorial have talked over somebody who's trying to address them, and you're talking over me just like you're a woman. So when you start acting like one, sounded like one, moving like one, then I'm going to put it out there. Man doesn't sit up there and go. Now, see, look at you. Look.
Hey, Judge, you got a daughter?
What?
You got a daughter? What? You got a daughter?
Oh, you want to go like that?
Nah, you trying to take it there on me,
You couldn't hang with me out in the
twisted.
streets, man on man, in a primitive way. You can't hang with me in intellect. You can't hang with me in history. Well, I might make you under circumstances, whether you wanted to or not.
Well,
so the problem is you walk into the lion's den and you provoke the lion, you may not walk out of there.
Shut up. You shut up.
Yeah, you better.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown.
Acting like a punk, girl up, unmanly little chump.
I know.
So your problem is you needed a mama. The first one, it don't have you in her nest, and the second one made you cry and start throwing up because you're so sick about losing your mama, so you found another one. She started playing mama to you, and you started acting like a little girl in here, throwing a tantrum, and you're living off of the woman instead of living off of yourself. You're a damn fool. Now, I know that.
You don't know me, blood.
I don't have to.
Don't talk about my mama.
I've seen
you don't even know me,
80,000
man.
of you over the years. See, I know you. When you fit into a pattern, look at you. He's doing girl stuff. I'm trying to provoke you. So why haven't you paid this woman back because you're dumb enough to lock the keys in your trunk? What happened? Did the woman got into and took all your funds?
Listen, just shut up.
I know, shut up.
Yeah.
That's excuse me, fool.
You ain't even trying to listen to me,
Excuse me, foolish one.
You're not even trying to listen to me,
You don't have, I am. Arrest him. Take him under the arrest. I want LAPD called, have him transported for using profanity and disrupting an arbitrated proceeding. I'll look up the statute. Now,
Right this way, over here.
that's what I call punking out. He's real girled up. Be careful, young lady. You have no children. You are a bookkeeper, you're educated, and you can do better. Don't even consider anything like that. You showed profound wisdom when he started acting out when you first met him. Men don't act that way.
Exactly.
Therefore, you get your recovery, and I'll tack a little interest on it, make it $250 for your trouble.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
This courtroom is now in recess.
Well, the defendant in this case allowed a little mishap with his keys to lead into an all-out battle with the judge. He even got in a little bark at the end there before he was taken out of the courtroom. He's going to have
What's up, everybody? This your man, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I can't even keep a straight face. Y'all hear the song in the background? Hoe ass niggas. Me and a homeboy of mine was talking, and we be joking about saying that to each other. We be like, hoe ass niggas. You know, just a little inside joke that we do. And he like, you know what, bro? You ought to make that your stitch, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I got a song that you can play in the background, and like, you want to speak on some hoe ass niggas, play this shit in the background. Like, you know what? This probably not be a bad idea. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Hoe Ass Niggas. And this guy right here, what you see, in my opinion, is a hoe ass nigga. Where can I start here? Let me ask y'all a question. When you was growing up, have you ever had that one dude, or probably a couple of dudes, y'all get into an altercation or something, he don't talk shit when he's by himself, but when they get an audience or get around his friends or get around some females, he starts showing out? Hey, y'all ever had anybody that was like that? I'm pretty much sure we all had somebody that was like that. Hold on, as a matter of fact, let me stop this music for a minute. Yeah, let me start there for a minute. Yeah, I'm pretty much sure we had somebody like that, and probably some females had somebody like that. You know, when y'all have altercation one-on-one, they never got nothing to say, or they back out. But when they get around a whole lot of people, or they feel like they got an audience, especially with the men, with the girls, and the girls with their homegirls, all of a sudden they want to show out and start talking shit. And just to be like, oh, okay, then you one of them motherfuckers right there, one of them hoe-ass motherfuckers right there. You don't know how to stand on your own 2 feet. But when you get in front of an audience, you want to show your ass. And 9 times out of 10, when people show their ass like that, they end up getting their ass whooped. How many of y'all agree with me when I say that? Don't that shit always happen? And then especially them little motherfuckers, them short-ass niggas, they be the main one talking shit, be the loudest motherfuckers in the room. They end up getting their ass whooped. Because they trying to prove they not a bitch nigga. All right? Or a whore ass nigga in this case. Now, it's come a point in time where you have to be smart instead of being dumb. All right? And this dude pretty much was showing his ass being dumb. Look, I get it. A lot of us probably got a hood mentality. A lot of us ain't got no, how some of the people say in the hood, we ain't got no bitch in our blood. That's understandable. But at the same time, there was a time and a place to do shit. Now I understand. You don't make nobody change you. But it got to come to a point in time where you got to change for the environment that you in. Let me give you a prime example that I'm talking about. If I was a hood fella, which I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no hood in my blood at all. If I was a hood fella, okay, of course I'm at hood around the hood environment and around the hood people that I hang around. I would act hood in that environment. But let's say if I'm going for a job interview or something like that, I got common sense to know to leave that hood shit where it's at. And I got to get the frame of mind of being businesslike. Because you got to show people that you want to work. You got to show people why you are the one that needs to be picked for this job. Preach. You can't go in there with that same mentality acting all hood. Unless you working at a burger joint or something. I mean, which I see now, they pretty much accepting anybody. You know, I be seeing a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, be all tatted up and shit. I mean, whole body be tats. And they be up in burger joints. I very rarely see people who tatted up like that in a business-like vicinity. I'm not saying that they don't, but I just don't see it often. I really don't. All right? And sometimes I wonder to myself, you know, why would you hire somebody when we come in? That's what we're seeing is somebody with graffiti all up and down their body. You know, I sometimes look at this and say, that ain't too professional. Because I got tattoos, but I got them where they won't be showing like that, you know. But then again, I'm like, you know, well, this discrimination law, you know. I guess you can't just really discriminate against nobody whose body is tatted up or whatnot, you know, because just because you tatted up doesn't mean you're a bad person, okay? But 9 times out of 10, you find a lot of people like that, you know what I'm saying, they do have a rough background, but doesn't mean that they cannot change, okay? So I don't want to be too biased about that. I'm just saying, you know, for what I'm used to seeing, okay? But now get back to this whole ass nigga right here. Now, this man came in the courtroom with this hood ass mentality, all because of something that he did. He had a female, and I'm not taking up for the female, but I gotta give her credit where credit is due. She helped this brother out, okay? But she was wise enough to see how he was, and she didn't want to fuck with him like that. So I gotta give her kudos to that, because I'm tired of seeing women who sit up there and see guys like that who ain't shit, ain't trying to do shit. All he doing, like Judge Joe Brown said, and I believe that too, he looking for a mother figure. And y'all women sit up here and fuck with guys like this because y'all call that dumb ass shit he do his swag. That's not swag. That's a pure idiot. This man could not stand on his own 2 feet. Because if he could have, he could have been paid this woman her money back. You went to court at the fucking food and ended up getting arrested over $250. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I heard Judge Brown say, over $250. You went in there at the fucking food back there, twist your lip around, man, how you doing, man? I'm just like, when I first saw this video, I'm just like, who the fuck act like this? Where the fuck they raising these niggas at? And who raising these niggas? But you heard Judge O'Brien say, you know, you acting just like a female. Female do that shit right there, and they actually do. But I ain't never really see female like twisting her lips like that. Nah. But I seen a lot of female who like to pop up at the mouth, and they won't shut the fuck up to listen to what the hell is going on. And that's what he was doing, rolling his eyes and shaking his head. Man, how you gonna come at me like that, Judge? The man didn't say you was gay, bro. He said the way you acted is like that. Then the Judge Brown was not talking about this fool mama. He would say you looking for a mama figure. But this fool so dumb, his mentality so hood, he took it as Judge Brown was talking about his mama. Man, you don't know me, Judge. You don't know me, man. You don't talk about my mama. And you see that dumb shit he did at the end. His ass got taken to jail. Well, he say, call the police and have him taken to jail. And when I saw this, I couldn't do them but hold my head in my hand because I get sick of guys like that. I really do. Because it make it hard for the good brothers like me and everybody else to fit into society in this world. Because when you help people like this idiot right here, and you constantly helping people that acting just like him, it make it hard for other people to help. When we step in, the good brothers, it make it hard for them to help us because they've been burnt so many times. You understand? So guys like him makes it hard for guys like us, you, me, and whoever. It makes it really hard. And you can sit up here and say, hey, you know, I'm not that person. But think about how many people said that before they got hired for their job. Using that for an example. Think about how many people said that before they got hired. Hey, I ain't like that person. But when something happens, you act just like that person. You understand? Let me use another example. You go to a car dealership and they tell you, man, you know, we had so many people that be in the wrong, which I believe it. They be in the wrong, not paying their car note, not paying insurance or whatnot. And in this time and day and age, when you late, you know, that's grounds for them to come get your car. Unless you just got some car companies there work with you as far as making your payments. Now, we can sit up here and say that I ain't like none of them people who you talking about that did this, did that. You know, I mean, what's right is right. You know, I mean, if I don't pay, if I don't talk to you, if I'm trying to hire my car, then it gives you right to come get my shit. So we can say that we ain't like that. But as soon as this shit happen to a lot of us, we turn into that same person. We start talking about they wrong, they some bitch ass niggas, or they some hoes, and all this shit. Because they doing what you had in your contract. Your contract may say, you know, if you late, they say that you late, you probably get so many days, and they'll probably add on so much money on so many days. And after so many days, they'll come get your shit. Now, how you gonna tell me that they wrong when it's in your contract? That's why they tell us to read. I'm getting to that too, you know. I'd have been without a car, and trust me, in this time and age, it's a motherfucker. I promise you. In this era, you got to have a vehicle. As a matter of fact, not just a vehicle. In this era, you need to have all your own shit. Because I'm telling y'all, depending on other people, trust me, it's not going to work. Because people get tired. Regardless if you pay them for gas, regardless if you pay them for staying with you, or however the case may be, a lot of people get tired. Because they feel like you probably invading their space, especially if you staying with them. They feel like you invading their space. They burn their gas all the time when they probably don't even want to get out the bed. They got to burn their gas, come get you, and they don't even want to leave the house. So, guys like him, again, makes it hard for guys like me because when people do try to help them, all they do is fuck over people. That's all they do is fuck them over. So they don't want to help us, but they still extend the olive branch. They still help us guys, and we show them different. But still, in the back of their mind, they waiting on it. I was just waiting on it. I was just waiting on Chris Storm. I was just waiting on it because, watch this. Soon as something go wrong, I bet Chris Storm's going to be just like the other people. And I can't knock nobody for acting like that, especially out there being burnt so much. Okay? And the saddest part about this dude right here, if y'all saw, he's admitting that he asked this woman for help. You saw the little towel at the bottom. He's admitting that he asked for this help. So if you are admitting this, excuse me, if you are admitting this and you know you in the wrong and that you owe this woman money, then why the fuck would you go in court acting like this? I don't get it. I can't stand a lot of niggas. But I say it's the difference between niggas and black folks. And I'm going to say that again. I do believe there's a difference between niggas and black folks. Black folks handle their business. Black folks ain't all about that bullshit. Niggas like him, that's all they live for, because they want to show out from their homeboys, and plus they got a camera in their face, and they want to show their homeboy, yeah, y'all saw how I acted in the courtroom? Hell yeah. I don't give a fuck who you is. You could be a cop or a judge, anybody, know what I'm saying? Ain't no bitch in my blood, homie. Ain't no bitch in my blood. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just that's stupid shit. Now, y'all seen me smile earlier about this, but it's really not funny. It's really not funny, because, yes, he acted like a bitch to me. He acted like a real bitch. And like I said, I can understand if he was even coming to defend the situation that he said he don't even owe this woman. But y'all see where it says he owed this woman. And he came in there acting like that. And Judge O'Brien don't bag down either now. So, and this motherfucker come in talking about, I'm an OG. Okay, yeah. Okay, OG. Why you OG couldn't pay a locksmith to get your keys out your car? OG, why you couldn't do that? Okay, I'm just saying, OGs, a real OG, handle their business. They don't act like a whole ass nigga like he did. Seriously, they don't act like that. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the thing. So thank y'all for listening to the first episode of Whole Ass Niggas. And I think I'm gonna have fun with this because I like the song in the background. Just listen. That's what it said. He said, "Whole ass nigga." I gotta find out what the guy name that sang this, because somebody sent me this clip through email. So I get the name and I'll tell y'all a little later. Okay, I think somebody said Anderson A. Act or something like that. But I get the real name and I'll tell y'all who it is. So anyway, thanks for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and y'all tell me your thoughts on what y'all saw. You know, what you agree with, what you disagree with. But I know one thing though. Him being a black man, me being a black man, all black men over the world, we got to do better, y'all. Because us acting like that, no wonder the world see us in a different light. All right, peace out.